ಓಂ ಸದಾಶಿವಸಮಾರಂಭಾಂ ಶಂಕರಾಚಾರ್ಯಮಧ್ಯಮಾಂ ಅಸ್ಮದಾಚಾರ್ಯಪರ್ಯಂತಾಂ ವಂದೇ ಗುರುಪರಂಪರಾಂ. ಓಂ ಭದ್ರಂ ಕರ್ಣೇಭಿಃ ಶೃಣುಯಾಮ ದೇವಾಃ ಭದ್ರಂ ಪಕ್ಷ್ಯೇಮಾಕ್ಷಭಿರ್ಯಜತ್ರಾಃ ಸ್ಥಿರೈರಂಗೈಃ ಸೃಷ್ಟ್ವಾ ಗುಂಸಸ್ತನೂಭಿಃ ವ್ಯಶೇಮ ದೇವಹಿತಂ ಯದಾಯುಃ. ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿ ನ ಇಂದ್ರೋ ವೃತ್ತಶ್ರವಾಃ ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿ ನಃ ಪೂಷಾ ವಿಶ್ವವೇದಾಃ ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿ ನಃ ಸಾರ್ಕ್ಷ್ಯೋ ಅರಿಷ್ಟನೇಮಿಃ ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿ ನೋ ಬೃಹಸ್ಪತಿರ್ದದಾತು. ಓಂ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ. Okay, so last time we had seen, any questions on what we have seen last time? We had seen the whole thing about the attitude of Vidhivat, Sampannaha, etc. All that we had seen. So any questions, clarification on that, or is that all clear? Okay. Okay. Good. People are clear about all that. Okay. Okay. So having said that much, then did we see the verse where he is also saying about Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Samaveda, all that is Aparavidya? Yeah. We saw that was also the fifth verse. The fifth verse we saw. Okay. Yeah. Aparavidya is Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Samaveda, all that. Okay. Siksha, Kalpam, Vyakaranam. Okay. That means what? Remember what Krishna said in the Gita? Of course, thoda time ho gaya hai abhi, long time back. Traigunya Vishayo Vedaha Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. That's what is being said here. Traigunya Vishaya Vedaha. Veda deals with the three gunas. Three gunas means not sattva, rajas, tamas. In this context it is dharma, artha, kama. Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. Be one who is free from the need for dharma, artha, kama. Meaning purely mumukshuhu. Jignasu bhava. That is the idea. Everything you are doing mokshaya, not for anything else. So their lifestyle, karma yoga, all that we have seen in the Gita. Okay? Don't forget all that. That's how you live. Okay? That's how you live. Okay? Then what is Paravidya? Yayam tad akshara adhigamyate. By which you know that one indeclinable truth. That which you know, that indeclinable truth, that is called Paravidya. That means what? Paravidya deals with only one thing. What you really are. Aparavidya deals with the whole world. In today's world, you can include physics, chemistry, economics, media, psychology. Everything will come under Aparavidya. Everything. Everything you need to manage your life is Aparavidya. What you need to know the truth of yourself is Paravidya. Simple. Okay. Yeah. Not that we are studying the whole Veda, everything. Okay. Not that we are doing everything about Dharma. Because Dharma has many dimensions. Dharma has dimensions about ethical living here. It also has a dimension of taking care of hereafter. Therefore, what you do for karma, karma phala, good karma, all that also comes under Dharma. Then Swadharma comes into the picture. In keeping with your position in life, from your birth, this, that, family, all that thing is involved in Dharma. Because that's how you manage your life. For the sake of Artha and Kama. And Dharma, if you live by Dharma, it gives you a certain sense of maturity, growth. so that you get ready for moksha, hopefully. Okay. I have to add hopefully, because you can get so caught up in the whole dharma pursuit that you can forget about moksha also. Yeah. I've seen it happening to a lot of people, that's why I'm mentioning. So much involved into dharmic karmas, which is good for the society, good for you, as far as punya papa is concerned. But going so involved that you don't even have time to think for moksha. Yeah. So that is a problem. Then you are not listening to what Krishna has said, Nistraigunyo bhava. Right. So in keeping all that in mind, okay, then what is that higher knowledge? What is that paravidya? Apara we know. No person will know all of aparavidya. Everything that is to be known in aparavidya you will not know. Why? Someone may know medicine, someone may know engineering, someone will know economics, psychology. There are experts. We live in a world of expertise where specialization is the thing. So your branch, what you need to know for your life, that's all. That's necessary as far as aparavidya is concerned. So in today's world, it will involve some computer literacy, etc. also. Yeah, of course. Everything is online. Yeah. So it involves some degree of computer literacy also. Okay. And all right. What is paravidya then? Paravidya is one thing. Knowledge of the absolute, knowledge of the truth. That's it. Nothing more than that. That's all that it involves. Now, what is that knowledge? He doesn't say what is that knowledge, he reveals the knowledge itself. He doesn't say what is that knowledge. He is revealing the knowledge. You can't be descriptive about it. Yad etad adreshyam agrahyam agotram avarnam achakshukshotram tadapanipadam nityam vibhum sarvagatam susukshmam tadavyayam yabhutayoni paripashyanti dhira. Dhiraha paripashyanti. The wise know this very clearly. What is it that they know? Yat adrishyam. Yat adrishyam. That which is not an object of your sense organs. That means not available for your 5 pramanas. Because all the other 4 pramanas depend upon data from perception. Therefore, if it is not available for perception, there is no data available, it will not be available for anything else as well. Inference, etc. is dependent on perception, the data that you get from perception. Therefore, adrishyam, not an object of your knowledge. Agrahyam, that which cannot be held, grasped, not an object of your sense organs. Agotram, doesn't have a family or doesn't have a root from which it has sprouted or a family to belong to, a kind. Agotram. Avarnam, no qualities. No qualities to be described, no features. Truth is like this, like this, like this. Can't be descriptive. Achakshukshotram, itself doesn't have ears, etc. or eyes. Tadapani padam, free from hands and legs. Yeah, now, this has to be understood in this manner, okay? You are the one who is seeking the truth. Should I ask, add hopefully? Upanishad class, so naturally, you are seeking the truth. Now you want to know what the truth is. Everything that you do, think, act has come in aparavidya. What is left behind? You are there. The seeker of the truth is there. And he is revealing the Paravidya. It's not an object of the senses. So my eyes, ears, etc. are useless. Agrahyam, sense organs are useless. All right. Okay. Agotram, no family connections, no this thing, that thing. It is there, but all this is not there. Avranam, no features to be described. Achakshukshotram, apanipadam. So from the seeker of the reality, now you start negating all this. Sense organs, organs of action, that by which you understand things, knowledge. Start negating. All that is not you. What is left behind? You, the awareful being. Someone who is a conscious and awareful being, now without eyes, etc., all that is negated. So just a conscious being is left. Why? Because that is the starting point. You are a conscious being. You not only exist, but you also know you exist. No? Do you need a reason for your existence? Is your existence dependent on something else? Even if you are dependent on your father-in-law, okay, the I is independent. No? You know I am, and I know that I am. Not only I am, I also know that I am. So that conscious being is left behind. Just a conscious being now. Okay. What is that conscious being? Nityam. Free from time and space. Vibhum. Nothing but consciousness. Sarvagatam. Therefore unconditioned by time and space. All over. Susukshmam. Very subtle. It is not the same degree of reality as all the things that you see. Tad avyayam. It's complete. It doesn't. Is not affected by time. Emphasizing all this. Not affected by time. Yad bhutayonim. It is the source of the whole creation. Iti paripashyanti dhira. One verse, whole truth is revealed. Paravidya ho gaya abhi. Everything else now, after this, is an explanation of this, okay? It's an explanation of this. Paripashyanti dhira. The wise know this. Oh, the wise know it, I can't know it. You can also become wise. That's why it's being taught to you, na? Get it? If I'm saying some rishi knew it, ठीक है यार उसको जानना है मैं क्या करेगा rishanti atanti jnananti iti Shankara says that rishanti meaning jnananti, one who knows, one who has known the truth. Okay. Later on you can bring all the technicalities, mantra drishta, this, that, etc. That's later. Okay. Main thing is one who knows the truth. Therefore, it is not some, the source is the rishis, Ishvara through the rishis. It's you. This knowledge is being revealed to you. You are that reality, says. So the same I, the conscious being, is now presented as pure consciousness, because all limiting adjuncts, all the limiting notions about yourself is negated. If you look at the first two lines, all the words are negating words. Apanipadam, etc. Achakshuhu, avranam, agotram. Because gotra becomes very important, Especially when you are looking for marriage, etc. Sagotram now, all that stuff. Gotra in olden days meant a clan, an extended family. Some bonds of blood were there. So that's why they said Sagotram, no? Don't marry within your own Gotra. Nowadays there's no more applicable. Why? Your Bharadwaja Gotra in Tamil Nadu and there is another Bharadwaja Gotra in New Delhi. Where is the Sambandha? Where is blood relatives, etc.? So those days it was applicable. Now no more. No. Okay. Yeah. In fact, the Kanchi Acharya said this. Okay. Just because Sagotram, your marriage you should not do, don't go and marry your uncle's daughter because different Gotra. Na? That is blood relationship there. Okay. Yeah. Because you are married, the girl has married and gone to another family, so her Gotra becomes that Gotra now. Her uncle's daughter. No. Or her daughter can be married by the uncle because different Gotras. Narayana, I have seen people doing all this nonsense. That's why I am mentioning it here. Even though that's not the main topic here today. Today is Paravidya. Okay. Therefore, all these things have been negated from you. All these give you a sense of identity. Negated. Abhi kya hai? But you are still there, the conscious being. Nityam Vibhum, etc. Revealing the truth about yourself. The 3-4 words are enough. Nityam Vibhum Sarvagatam Susukshmam Tadavyayam. Ho gaya. Nityam, eternal, Vibhum, of the nature of consciousness, Sarvagatam, all pervading, Susukshmam, it is not the same degree of reality as everything else you see. Okay. Tad avyayam, doesn't decline in time, unconditioned by time and space. What? You, the conscious being. You, the conscious being, is like this. That's all fine, but how can I become Nityam, Vibhum, Sarvagatam, etc.? Because the table stands against me. I bang my knee on the table before coming here. I'm still paining. What about that reality? Bhuta yonim, this consciousness, the source of everything. This consciousness, the source of everything. Iti paripashyanti dhira. How can this consciousness be the source of everything? Okay. So now quite a few sections will be explaining this, okay. So now it starts with, how can this consciousness be the source of everything? So he says, Yatha urnabhi srijate ghrannate cha, Yatha prativyam oshadaya sambhavanti, Yatha sata purushat keshalo mani, Tatha aksharat sambhavati iha vishvam. Aksharat iha vishvam sambhavati. From that non-changing, inclined reality, this whole thing has come about. So now, the reality is being presented as Jagat Karanam Brahman. Ishvara. Says this Brahman itself is Ishvara. This reality itself is Ishvara. And the moment you see Ishvara, kidhar hai? All that question will start. We have seen that in simpler classes. So if that question comes up, then you will say, where is he? Not there. Is there everywhere? Where is he? Everywhere. How can he be everywhere? In fact, not only is everywhere, he is everything. Everything. Now, that is a statement. That statement has to be logically presented, logically explained. Not only in logic, any logic should be demonstrable. Because when you say Bhuta Yonim, the creator of everything, a natural doubt comes. What is that natural doubt? Simple. It's a phone in my hand. Let us say this is a Nokia phone. Okay? Example. Supposing I were to tell you all, there's a place in Sweden. Okay? It's a place in Sweden where these phones keep coming out of the ground. Nokia, na? Comes out of the ground. Will any of you all fall for that? No way. Why? This is an assemblage. It is put together. If it is an assemblage of things, it's an assembly. No? There's a lot of parts in it. There's a speaker part, there's a listening part, there's something to catch the waves, there's a display. So many things are there. They are intelligently put together. They are not just randomly put together and then some electricity is passed through. Then poof, everything will go up in smoke. It's intelligently put together. If it is intelligently put together, there must be some intelligence behind it. Whether it is a man, woman, neuter, all that we will see later. That there has to be an intelligent being. Why? Because you look in the world, there is intelligence. There's look in the world, there is intelligence. The very fact that we can study the world through different systems of knowledge. Yeah. You hear sounds. You study sounds. So studying sound, there is phonetics. There is music. Music is also study of sound. Huh? How are you going to do music without studying sound? When you are classifying ragas, what is it? A study of sound. Through music, through phonetics, through sound, through radar, through sonography machines. The radar and the sonography machine both functions on the same principle. Radar for long distances, sonography for short, small thing. That's the only difference. Many of you know what a sonography is. You must have gone and done it when either you or your wife was pregnant. You must have done a sonography. At least one to kiya. Or if the doctor wanted to rule out a fatty liver, etc., prostate, etc., what do you do? Sonography only. Most of you know, are aware of it. Same principle as the radar. Depth sounder, when you know the depth of the ocean, etc. Same principle. In fact, I remember, Patwardhan will know, Dr. Patwardhan will know. You know, when Gita and all were studying medicine, they are doing their MD, that's the first time they had to study about sonography. And they couldn't make out head or clue about it because they never had been exposed to something like this. Then they asked me, this is a technical thing, do you understand anything about it? Then I looked at it, this is a radar system only. Our depth finder works on the same principle. But over short distances, 6 inches, 1 feet. So all this, if you can study like this, it shows what? There is intelligence manifest. No? There is intelligence in the creation. And if there is intelligence in the creation, there has to be an intelligence being behind the whole thing. Otherwise, from where did the intelligence come? So generally we know the one who has made this phone is different from the phone. He is an intelligent being. This phone has been made by intelligent beings. Number one. The intelligent being is generally different from the phone, from the creation. Otherwise, just imagine what will happen. You bought a sofa set for your house and the intelligent being came along with it. The carpenter plus the one who puts the furnishings, the soft furnishing on top. A guy came. You bought a few utensils, the potter, etc. comes. You bought a carpet, the carpet weaver comes in. You bought some clothes. You'll have a society inside your home. So for that sake, generally, creator, creation, created entity, different. That's a very intelligent thing to do. Because when you buy a few things, you don't want the whole society to land up inside your house. And Bombay houses are tiny houses. Jagah nahi hai. No place. Okay. So then if there is an intelligent being and there is an entity that he has created, they should also be material. There is a nice phone maker, okay? One character can put the whole phone together. Okay? He can put this whole phone together. I put him on an island where there is nothing available. Even now there are plenty of islands like that, okay? Uninhabited. Dalo. Come, make a phone. Swamiji, no material here, kya karega main? There is no material available. Forget phone. This lady comes. Swamiji, what are you having for dinner? I'll rustle up something. There's some bhaji from the morning. I'll rustle up something. Swamiji, I'll make some roti for you. It is very sweet of you. But it's okay, I'll manage. No, I have to make roti. So she goes inside. Forgetting, ye sadhu ka ghar hai. Swamiji, where do you keep the wheat flour? Wheat flour, what is that? Without that I can't make the roti. I said, why? You are an expert cook. I come to your home and hired. You are a great cook. How can you not make a roti? Because flour is not there. Kaisa banayega? I don't need atta. I'll make the atta, but I need the flour. No? The wheat flour I need. Or you have some bajri. साधु का घर में wheat flour नहीं मिलता, bajri मिलेगा. Jawar or bajri flour you will get when you won't get wheat flour. No material, again you can't create. So generally we say, for anything you need two entities. Material, otherwise known as the material cause. The intelligent being, otherwise known as the efficient cause. Nimitta karanam. Upadana karanam, nimitta karanam. Here he says both are one. Both are one, kaisa ho sakta hai? It should be demonstrable. Do you have any example? If you don't have an example, you are making a statement which cannot be proved. If you can't even show me one example, then your logic is not valid. Those of you who are studying Tarka Sangraha from me will understand why that example, etc., all that we have studied there. Okay? I don't want to confuse this class with that stuff. But you should demonstrate. Logic should be demonstrable. So an example is given to demonstrate a logic. You don't give an example and draw logic out of it. Okay? There should be a cause, a hetu, that is common in the example and the subject matter you are presenting. Otherwise, I can say, Vedanta is like a knife, very dangerous. Don't give it around everywhere. Barabar. Knife is dangerous, Vedanta is dangerous. But what is connecting knife and Vedanta? What is the cause? Is there anything linking knife and Vedanta? No link. Therefore, the example is Vishama Drishtanta. It's not valid. Not a valid example. Now he is giving an example. What is the statement? That material cause and efficient cause are one and the same. The intelligent being and the material is one and the same. That is what he has stated. He is giving an example to demonstrate that. Yatha urnanabhi srajate ghrannate cha. Like how the spider creates and withdraws the web. Are, oh, barabar hai. That's correct. The spider is the intelligent being for the creation of the web, and he is also the material for the web. It is important to understand that the material and the intelligent being is one and the same. If it is not one and the same, what will happen? Let us say material is lying down somewhere. Somewhere is not yet created. We are talking about time and space and everything in time and space. Somewhere means space should already have been created. There should already have been someone who has created space and then appointed God as a production manager. Chalo, now make the whole creation. Then that guy becomes Godder than God. No. If there is an Ishvara, Bhagwan, he has to be the final point. Final point. Therefore, he is both the material and the intelligence, like the spider. Example. Because in your known, you should give a known example. Yeah, it can't be an unknown example. Unknown example, how do you know? Urnanabhi granate srannate. Yeah. But Swamiji, the spider, the web is inert things, whereas here we are all alive, sentient beings. What about that? So, you want that? I'll give another example. Yatha prativyam oshadhya sambhavanti. Like from the earth, plant life comes up. You don't have to do anything. The cells will undergo their own modification. You leave a land alone. You leave a land alone. Let it be. Okay, you concretized and left it. Leave it like that for 10 years. And go back. You'll have to look for the concrete because everything would have sprouted in between. That Angkor Wat is surviving so many years is a big miracle. More than half of it is reclaimed by the forest. Okay. Yatha Prithiviyam Oshadhya Sambhavanti. Prithvi inert, but living organism has come out of it. You want to reason? Web is inert. Okay, living things also. Here, Oshadhis. But then, earth is inert. This is alive. Here is your consciousness is alive. And from there, inert things are also coming. No? Material is there. Earth, etc. No problem. Yata Sata Purusha, Sat Purusha. Meaning a living being. Keshalomani. Hair, beard, etc. Hair, body hair. Inert. Dead protein. No? That's why you can keep chopping it and doing all sorts of stuff with it. Why? Inert. Dead protein. Therefore, inert things coming from sentient beings coming from inert things, all that taken care of. Examples are available. Tatha aksharat sambhavati ha vishvam. Therefore, now here you have this entire multiverse coming from what? That akshara, that consciousness alone. From that consciousness alone, whole thing has come. So now, okay, I am giving you a paradigm, a usage, technical usage. When you use the word Brahman or add an adjective saying Nirgunam Brahman, you will mean the pure consciousness. Okay? When you talk about the creation, you will say Saguna Brahman or Jagat Karanam Brahman. Just a terminology so that you can understand standpoints. Saguna Brahma or Jagat Karanam Brahman or Ishvara, Bhagavan. These are the terms for the same reality with respect to the creation. And with the same reality with respect to itself is pure consciousness. There are no two things, there is only one thing. This should be very, very clear. There is no two, there is only one. Only one. That's the consciousness. With respect to the creation, प्यार से भगवान बोलेगा. Like how you become father, mother, brother, sister. There's so many entities of what? No, there's only one entity. There's only one entity, you. And if you are a single mother, you have to be both father and mother. All the more difficult. One is bad, one is difficult enough. Yeah. So there are terms so that you will understand standpoint. What are you talking about? Jagat Karanam Brahman. Okay. So here the creation also is taken into the picture. What are you talking about? Nirgunam Brahman. Okay, the pure consciousness I am trying to understand. Just terminology difference, okay? One reality. Either with respect to itself you are trying to understand, or you are trying to understand from the standpoint of the creation. Itna hi farak hai. So the same reality is called Ishvara, Bhagavan, etc. Why? That from which everything has come, that by which everything is sustained, that into which everything is resolved. That is Brahman. That is Brahman, that is the reality. Some of you said that is Ishvara, same thing. Now you know the standpoint. It's only one truth. There's only one. So don't now ask me, Swamiji, which is higher, Saguna Brahman or Nirguna Brahman? Two standpoints, one reality. One its own standpoint, Swarupa, Nirgunam. One from the creation. Therefore, Saguna Brahman. So now where is God? भगवान कहाँ है? अरे कहाँ नहीं है तो बताना पहला. Yeah, you can say that, Sugandh, you can say that, yeah. So now look at it. Okay. Where is Ishvara? Where is Ishvara? Everywhere. Where is he not? Not only is he everywhere, he is everything also. The sky and the moon and the stars, all that, Ishvara. The earth, Ishvara. The food that comes out of the earth, Ishvara. This body that has come from the food, Ishvara. Your body is divine, sacred. Your mind, pokey mind with all its issues, Ishvara. Your knowledge with all its limitations, Ishvara. Your ignorance, of course, Ishvara, Maya Shakti. I am the consciousness, Ishvara. So what is not Ishvara? What is not Ishvara? There is nothing like not Ishvara. What is other than Ishvara? Doesn't exist. But Swamiji, we have heard about the devil. Doesn't exist. We never had the concept of devil as anti-God. There is nothing like anti-God for us. Okay. But Swamiji, all death and destruction. Ishvara. Remember 11th chapter. Kalosmi. I am the time that is destroying this entire universe, swallowing up the entire universe. Ishvara. But Swami, what about Lord Death, Yama, etc.? Yama is one of the greatest teachers. Next Upanishad, you will deal with Yama. You will see the teacher, Yama. Lord Death, who can teach about life beyond death, other than the God of death himself. Who is better qualified to teach? Yeah. So, everything is sacred. That's why Hindus worship everything. Yeah, Purusha Suktam deals with this, correct. Purusha Suktam is a Vedic Suktam that describes Ishvara like this. Same thing has been blown up in the 10th, 11th chapters of the Gita. Yeah. Vishwarupa Darshanam, etc. Correct. So, everything is sacred. Something, if everything is Ishvara, then why the temple? Why a puja room? Not necessary. You know everything is Ishvara. Do you feel a sacredness to your own body? Do you feel a sacredness with other body that is there? Feel a sacredness with your mind? Swamiji, you don't know my mind. Don't worry. I know my mind. And if I can know my mind and accept it, I can accept your mind also. Okay. You don't know what all this mind is capable of. That's what I tell my youngsters when I take a youth workshop. All that you fantasize about doing, I have already done, okay? And I become fine. So I'm sure all of you also are fine. Your knowledge is so limited, but it's divine, sacred. All knowledge is from Goddess Saraswati. That's it. Everything is sacred. Money, Goddess Lakshmi, sacred. We don't say money is a bad thing. We say it's sacred. Therefore, treat it with the respect it deserves. Don't abuse it. Treat it with the respect. Yeah. Male-female relationship, sacred. Treat it with the respect it deserves. Yeah. Treat it with that respect. That's important. Because sacred. Everything is sacred. If you feel Ishvara is alive when you look around, everything is Ishvara. If you can relate to that, you don't have to walk into a temple. Because everything is sacred for you. If you can't do that, then all the worship, temple, this, that, everything comes into the picture. The pujari comes home to do a small puja, a vastu puja, we're shifting into a new house. So you can everything. Do you have a Ganesha Murti available? No. You need that for the puja? Yeah, but don't worry. You'll put a coconut there. Or you'll take some haldi, manjal, what do you call? Turmeric. And make it into a small ball here. Asmin bimbe maha ganapatim avahayami. That's representation for Ganapati. Why? It's everywhere, no? It's everywhere. Now you are invoking the same Ishvara as Ganapati. Before you have started the puja. Why? Because you want the puja to go without any obstacles. Then another thing will be the Guru. Why? Guru's grace, everything happens. So Guru. Then you will invoke, if it's a Vastu Puja, as the Vastu Purusha. You invoke. So, why you need that? Because now I need to invoke. I need to relate. I can't relate with the totality. If I can relate with the totality, no problems. You are free. Chalo. Everything is sacred for you. If you cannot relate, then once in a way, go to a temple to say salam. Keep a small puja corner at home, so that the devotion comes out of you. But Swamiji, I am spiritual. I am not religious. In fact, today's article in Free Press Journal is about that. A small little, tiny little articulate, I'll have to say. It's a tiny article, 300 words or so. Religion is the structure that carries the core of spirituality. If the core spirituality is forgotten, then it just becomes some rituals. At the most, they'll give you some punya papa, etc. Nothing more than that. If the ritualistic aspect, complete all symbolisms are forgotten, then your spirituality also will vanish in time or will become something airy, fairy, new agey variety. After all, the power of intention. Intention works, If you will it strongly, you will manifest it. If that was true, would I not wipe out hunger from India at least, if not Africa and everything? My intention can be very strong. Stronger than most people. But you can't manifest everything out of your intention. That's all airy-fairy spirituality. Yeah, that's not real. So it will become like that. You both together, it works. Okay, both together, it works very well. But people, unfortunately, in India, have become meaningless rituals with forgetting the core. That is an issue. That's why most of us who were exposed to secular education junked religion. Most of us who were into secular education, modern education, English education, junked religion because we found it meaningless. Our parents or grandparents didn't know what to do. Or we kept certain practices alive because culture, more from the cultural angle. Yeah, Bharati, that's why I'm saying power of intention doesn't work. Intention has to be translated into action. And action will work because law of karma will work. Yeah. So there is where the whole thing is. All right. Tada akshara purusha sambhavati iha vishvam. Then he gives you a small paradigm, like, just an explanation how creation takes place, not to be taken literally. Tapasa chiyate brahma tata annam abhijayate annat prana mano satyam lokaha karmasu cha amrutam. Tapasa chiyate brahma. Tapas, jnanamayam, knowledge. It looks as though Brahman is now chiyate, becoming bigger. Bigger meaning it is manifesting. The unmanifest is now manifesting. Tata annam abhijayate. Annam abhijayate means akasha, vayu, agni, apa, prithvi, prithvyad annam. Up to that, all that has come manifest. Then annat pranaha. From that annam became prana, prana, manaha, all that thing. Satyam lokaha, karma sucha amrutam. All this is okay. Yeah. Yeah. Here Satyam means Panchabhutas, etc. Okay, 5 elements. It doesn't mean Satyam, the truth or reality or something. Meaning the whole structure, the whole and all the 7 lokas, 7 up, 7 down. Okay, 14 lokas, 14 dimensions of existence. We don't talk about one dimension is earth. The physical plane that you see, that you can experience, is one dimension. 6 up, 7 below, 14 dimensions. 14 dimensions of creation. Okay. This is the whole universe in short. Manifests from this Brahman. That's why he just puts it in very short. In the Gita, 11th chapter, the whole thing is elaborated in a big picture. Vishwarupa Darshanam. Okay, all right. Then he says, he moves to another verse. Sa sarvajnaha sarvavid asya jnanamayam tapaha tasmadetad brahmanamam rupamannam sajayate. Yes, sarvajnaha. Now, this Brahman gains a name. Sarvajnaha. Sarvam jnanati iti sarvajnaha. The one who knows everything. Why? The maker of the pot has to know the pot. No? Without knowing the pot, can you make a pot? With knowing it also, you may not be able to make it. But you have to definitely know Sarvajnaha, Sarvam Jnanati. Why? The whole manifestation is there, therefore he has to know everything. Not only Sarvajnaha, he is also Sarvavit. He knows the details of everything. Normally, any one word will stand for all knowledge. But when we use both the words together, Sarvajnaha and Sarvavit, Sarvajnaha is in general knowing everything. Sarvavit, knowing all the details. We know what atoms are about, but we don't know all the details. That there are 132 particles, we don't know. What are each particle called? We only heard about the God particle. It's not a God particle, it's goddamn particle, okay? Some journalists use that term. Where is that goddamn particle? Some scientists use that term. And the journalist picked it up and started calling it God particle, God particle. Journalism. Need for catchy slogans. That's how the God particle came out. It's Higgs boson. Yeah. So, the whole thing has come from there. This is what the whole thing is. Sarvavid. Okay. Jnanamayam tapaha. Any tapas, etc. is only jnanamayam. Okay. When you make a dream world, what is the effort that you are doing to create a dream? You thought and it was so, no? The dream world is nothing but your thoughts. So your thought created a world. But Swamiji, here it is matter. Here is matter. You are creating matter all the time. By your thought. Really? Yep. You are. I am, you are, everyone is. Supposing I crack a PJ here. Okay. What did the COVID virus say to the Chinese Prime Minister? Daddy, I am back home. Now, all of you are smiling, some of you are laughing. Okay. Some of you are trying to hide your laughter. No. So PJ, how can I laugh for a PJ? When you laugh, endorphins are released in your brain. Where did they come from? Your happy thought. Your thought created matter. And what is there in your brain is found in every cell in your body. Instantaneously. At the same time. Why? See, if it was only brain chemicals, it will be only here. It won't be on my toe. But it is found in your toe also. Why? Because the mind is all over. Therefore, what is the effort for creating that endorphins? Jnanamayam. Only your Vrittimayam. But that with us, it is limited to our body. I can't create matter here. Okay. Even though I am wearing a full-sleeved kurta, where it's easier to hide stuff inside, but I can't create matter. By waving my hand. Chalo, here, prasad le lo. Rasgulla milega. Inside the body, yeah, fine. All this hormonal release, etc. happens because of it. Fair enough. For Ishvara, the whole universe is his body. There is nothing outside his body. Everything is inside only for him. Therefore, what effort does he have to do for creation? He thought and it was there. He thought and it was there. It is not that first day he created this, second day he created, third day he created, then he found all dark all over, then he put a sun there. Instantaneous. He thought it was there. Yeah, he thought and it was there. Like how in your dream, he said that first in your dream world, you create space. Then you create earth. And then you put your house there. Or suddenly you find yourself in a house and everything. It's on. The dream is on like this. No? Yeah, the dream is on just like that. Instantaneous. Everything. Everything is in place. Same way with Ishvara. Jnanamayam tapaha. You don't require one by one, step by step. Tasmat etad Brahma Nama Rupam Annam cha jayate. Therefore, this is that Brahman from where everything is manifest. And what is everything? Nama Rupa Matram. Name and form. Name and form. Name and form alone is the creation. So, what do you call as creation is nothing but name and form. Kurta. I am wearing a kurta. Name and form of cloth. Cloth, name and form for threads. That's why you ask your youngsters, where are you going, champ? I am going to buy some threads. Okay. Since I understand some of the youngsters' slang. Going to buy some threads. What are you going to do with threads? No, he means clothes, okay? He means clothes. Yeah, sometimes when you look at the youngsters, it looks like it's going to become threads only. Oh. All torn here and there, all the strategic places. It's okay, it's own fashion, this thing. Yeah. Like how we used to wear workmen's clothes during our youth and say this is a fashion. Jeans I'm talking about. It is cowboys' working clothes. By tough fabric, it won't. There is a lot of friction between the horse, the saddle, and your skin. So unless you have something thick covering your legs, at the end of the day you will be raw and sore. So they had to wear something thick. Yeah. Otherwise the friction can be too much. You wear your ordinary pants and ride and see what happens. There won't be certain sections of the pants will become threadbare. Where it's rubbing against the leg and the saddle or the horse's skin. Yeah. Yeah. And when you have a bath, you will know, oh my God, what happened? Yeah. So, threads. So, it's all Nama Rupa. What do you call creation? Only name and form. Complex or simple, but name and form alone. Therefore, the content with a name and form is called creation. Now here, okay. So there is something I am going to develop on but this next class because already 8 o'clock, past 8. But I am going to develop it in the next class that there is nothing but what you call creation is nothing but name and form. So the content is what is important because name and form can keep changing. No? If you have any doubt about it, or many of you wear ornaments, leave the gold with me and take the ornament away. What will I do with gold? I mean, with the ornament, I can't do anything with the ornament. I am not going to wear a chain or something like that. Monk hai, sadhu hai. Therefore, I don't have someone to give it away to also a girlfriend. Kuch nahi hai. Sadhu hai, kya karega? But gold will be useful. I can sell it, build up my ashram, etc. Okay. So gold is useful. So leave the gold with me and take the ornament away. This is called experiential learning. You do that once, you'll never forget it in your life. Okay. So all that you call creation is Nama Rupa. It's got a lot of corollary with this. But that we will handle in the next class. Okay. So next Friday, according to all of you, you want the class on, right? All of you are game for the class on. Okay. Yeah. Except one couple that's going out town.
Yes, Tom meeting.
Yeah. So we will keep the class on. Anyway, I am recording it. I will put up the recordings. So good place to stop. Okay.
Thank you, Tom.
Om Tat Sat. Ram ji, have a nice day.